Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's morning market. So today I'm going to focus on last night's interest rate decision in the US, where interest rates were kept on hold. But most importantly, what is our take on this? Okay, so let's look into the details. So, as I said before, the Federal Reserve, the US central bank, so the US equivalent of the Bank of England, kept interest rates on hold. So kept the Fed funds rate at 5.25% to 5.5%. And that was very much expected by economists. If we just dig into some of the rhetoric that came through from the press conference, Jerome Powell, the Fed chairperson, said that policymakers were looking for, in his words, greater confidence that inflation would continue to fall sustainably towards target. And then he said that they want to see more data. And then furthermore, he said it's a highly consequential decision to start the process of dialing back on restrictions. And he said they want to get that right. A notable change to the post-meeting discussion was just the removal of some words. So they removed any additional policy firming, which was replaced with any adjustments. And the Fed really needed to make that change because the reference to additional policy tightening, so increasing of interest rates, had become dated overall. What's our take on this? Interest rates staying at current levels in the US was very much expected. What we've seen is that the US economy has proven extremely resilient overall, but inflation has come down. The raising of interest rates has worked as a tool to bring inflation down. One thing that some investors are maybe a little bit disappointed by is that it's unlikely now that we'll see an interest rate cut coming through in March, but it is clear that we will still see interest rates being cut over the year. If we look at what happened in asset markets, you saw a little bit of a sell-off actually yesterday evening in equity markets and equity futures markets. And that's really the focus around the Fed may not cut interest rates as quickly as what some investors initially thought. If we looked at the dollar, it sold off a little bit yesterday, but it's actually rallied this morning. And then I guess you're just thinking around equity markets at the open, generally fairly positive overall. That's everything for me today, but just before I go, I'd like to plug our podcast. So please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll get all of that plus all of our other videos as well. Thank you.